All right, so I've had my YouTube channel for about a month, and I've been doing pretty much just Yeezys, Adidas, and stuff like that. So I thought it would be a dope idea for me to get another little hot release or whatever. And this release I thought was gonna be pretty big because the Royals haven't been out in some time. Long story short, I just figured that I'll pick up a pair from Jack to do a quick review, and I'm gonna do a little bit of comparisons as well because I have the breads which that came out in September that we could do a side-by-side retail comparison to the UA versus the retail. But long story short, we're just gonna go over the shoe real quick, and then we can do some side-by-side things, compare and contrast, see what the UA has versus the retail, or what's better on the retail versus the UA. So boom, you get the nice Jordan imprint, which you can, it's definitely represented there, very flush, and you feel the cut into the leather. As you can see, I already have them laced up. I'm pretty much planning on rocking these hoes out. But I mean, as looking at them, I've done. I copped a pair of black toes from Jack a few months back. I think that was in December, and that was a pretty solid release. And I felt like everything on it was legit. With these, you get the tumble leather. It's very soft. I purchased a pair to another seller prior to finding Jack of the breads, and the leather was kind of similar, which I wasn't sure of because I was reading that retail somewhere. Someone was saying that in the smaller sizes, they were the leather wasn't as soft. But if you look all around, you got the black and the blue. One of the things I noticed on the bottom, which is kind of off, but I'll show you that on the compare. The one thing I would say is good about the UAs, man. They get real good down to the tee up down with the shoe trees that they put in, the shoe inserts, which I feel that they do a lot better on with the UAs for Jordans versus they do Adidas. I mean, obviously this is a totally different market, but I feel like they do an excellent job with some of the stuff that they do with the UA. I have not too much to complain about these. I would say it's pretty good overall as far as the release, and the shipment time took no time. It was a little bit over a week for me to get them. I purchased them while I was down in Austin for an event or whatever, and when I came back today, that they were here in the mail. But I think the only bad thing I've noticed, since this is really a first look for me, that if you look at the right shoe, this little piece right here is a bit more straighter and more flush compared to this piece over here on the left shoe. It's a little bit lower, not as flush. But the thing I will always stress, if this is something that you're keeping for yourself, it's not really that big a deal. I'm not even sure about the hype on the shoe yet, but I know Ye got seen wearing these before he went over to Adidas, and so now that we've all looked over the shoe, we've seen everything, so on and so forth. Now we're gonna do a side-by-side comparisons to see the differences in the quality of the UA versus the retail. Obviously, it's not the exact same color, so it's a slight comparison. But I know with most of Jordan releases, once they have a type of leather choice on a sneaker for the year, they kind of keep that the same leather trend going for the remainder of the year, unless otherwise changed. I would say, once again, like I stated before, the leather on these bands were a bit softer on retail. If you see the leather, but it's still, something like that is not that big of a deal. comparing over the Royals. Royals is not as soft, but at the same time, you know, it's still good overall. It's still overall better shoe. Bottom of the sole of the retail, and then you look at the bottom of the sole of the UA. Minor difference, nothing outrageous, but it's minor. Again, if you're trying to keep this for yourself, this is something that's not that big of a deal. But if it's something that you're trying to portray off as a real, this is just a small detail that you're trying to be aware of and kind of not show it if that's what you're trying to do out there. But if you look at the UA, the retail, look how the Nike is present on it versus how it looks on the UA. It's a slight difference, but nothing overall. You can see the diamond of the shoe is a bit of wider on the UA versus the retail. One of the things that you can kind of notice with it, as far as the placement of the Nike tag, basically with the information on it, the LLC information. If you look at the retail, which is on the right, it's more flush where you can read all the information on the back of it, opposed from on the UA. You can't tell. It's not that bad, but then again, it's not perfect compared to the retail as far as like how it overlaps. It's pretty much on one end. But then you will go looking at the sticker. If you look at the how the men's sizing is on the retail versus the UA, the retail is a little bit more clear and stamped. It seems like it's more firmer, opposed when you look at the sticker on the UA. It's just a little faint, but it's not as as in detailed as the retail. But from there, overall, if you look at the shoe is really a good produced shoe. If it was me, and if I was in desperate need to get the retail, or desperate need to get this into my collection, so I can have a side by side. Desperately getting this into my collection to complete a set, I wouldn't even trip. This is a good UA. Overall, how I say it with Jack, he does his business the best spots. I want to also give a shout out to Nate Dogg, which recently won my first giveaway. I haven't forgot you, boy. I'm gonna get that sent out to you today. Well, let me rephrase that. I'll get that sent out to you later on this week. And again, if you guys are looking to purchase anything from Jack, I'll make sure to put the links down at the bottom. Overall, I was just trying to give you guys a closer look of what to expect from any other kicks from my man Jack. Even if you can't get it from him, I'll put the tags into his other counter partners that can assist you purchasing these. But overall, man, I'm happy with this purchase. This is a good one. Again, these are the Royal Ones, which should be coming out within the next week or two. And I want to say in April, but I'm not exactly sure. But overall, if you can't get the retail, man, this is what you can expect from Jack. Obviously, I know that isn't where you see the shoelaces put in there. They're not actually placed like that in the retail. But again, if you're not trying to sell this, or saying that you got a retail, that's not something that you need to be concerned about. But overall, again, it's your boy Sell Ed, giving you guys a closer look. Yeah.